Oh man, you know what? I did it again. Thanks, Aesops. I did this in my Hustle Castle video as well. I want to stop muting myself. Um, all right, well, need to remember 5 minutes in, I'll have to chop all that off. So apologize for that. Is that better? Now, hopefully, you guys can hear me. A little bit of a delay from when you post and when I start talking. Yeah, sorry about that. I try to mute while I'm trying to get stuff set up, and then I forget to turn it on. So apologies. Anyway, it's been a while since we've done that. The goal of the video today is going to be to cover the event, cover the update, and do part of the quote-unquote daily grinding. I've been trying to do the streams to make the videos a little bit more interactive, as well as give me some more motivation to get out there and cover the games again, because the motivation's been lacking a bit, and I've been hearing a lot of chatter going across some of the other games as well, and it sounds like that's not a uncommon problem. And since I'm covering several games that do the same thing, I think it's been hitting me a little bit harder, and been doing this for several years, playing the same game. So this is allowing me to mix up a little bit and make things a little bit more interesting, which I am enjoying. So, all right. So feel free to jump in with any comments, questions, thoughts about things I'm saying, things that I forget to mention, and that kind of stuff. So real quick before jumping in, I'll hopefully not forget to remove this, but across the top of the screen, I have all of my socials that I'm aware of. YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, I don't use a whole lot, but Twitter, Facebook, and Discord as well. So all the links are there. I'm trying to get all those in the description as well. So if you're not already members there, go ahead and check that out, specifically for Zero City. Well, it's for all the games that I cover, but for Zero City, we have giveaways that we run every week. I'm sure most of you know about that already, but we do 250 cryptos every week, supported by the game itself. We've been trying to get that up to 500. Highly unlikely, considering I've been working on that for a long time. It hasn't been approved, but maybe we'll get there and we'll get lucky. But for now, we're still at 250 cryptos for 10 winners every single week. So it's pretty easy. Just go to the, if you're not already on the Discord server, join, go to the welcome channel and pick the, go to the welcome channel, click on the link to give yourself access to the Zero City channels. And then from there, you go to the event, the giveaway tab or channel, and then you can enter the giveaways when they're posted every week. So, all right. So Deke, YBC, Aesops, thank you everybody for joining in. Got a couple other people. Aesops is running my, he's moderator on the server, and whenever he's on in my streams, I have him set as moderator as well. So thank you for joining in. You don't need to have any responsibility if you don't want to, but if you do, then appreciate it. Might sound like I'm a little bit of a cold. I don't think I have a cold, but you can probably see I got this nasty sty that's in my eye. I was gonna post a couple of videos the last couple of days as well, but I had a headache from this thing, so I think it's finally on its way out. So sorry for that, a little bit disgusting. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump in. So the event, the Mind Games event, and we also have the spy market. I'll probably quickly look over the spy market. I don't really pay that much of attention. All that stuff's pretty expensive, but I guess if you're missing any of the critical must-have items, it's helpful and worthwhile going in there to get those items. So, but this is the main reason why we're here. And then we also have information here. Let me go ahead and turn off my socials up here. That's just going to get in the way. There we go. A little better. All right, so here's what we got posted about the update that came out, as well as the event. So 3 new sets have been added to the game. We'll go through those as long as I can find them. They modified Torch. They have been modifying a lot of the sets in Hustle Castle, when some that are OP, some that are madly underpowered. They've been trying to balance things out. Of course, they haven't, because they just added a new set that's ridiculously OP, and everybody wants that one. We don't have that here yet. It just came out, so it'll probably be a while before it's in Zero City. But it's huge. My squad was really struggling. I made a couple tweaks, including adding that, and now my squad in Hustle Castle is quite strong again, which is quite nice. But we do have changes here for the Torch, which I do have built. I haven't been using it because I haven't had good success with it, so it might be worth checking out. So we're getting an extra double damage there from 40 to 80. The Crushing Blow went from 125% to 200, plus limited triggering once per battle is gone, so I guess that can happen multiple times now. Excuse me. So it sounds like that's going to be worth moving into the Torch again. We also have something called the Space Flight, which will begin at the railroad station at the beginning of the month, giving the opportunity to earn additional unique rewards. Let me go ahead and pull up I'll just show you on my phone since I don't have Hustle Castle set up here, and I'll see if I can get that showing what it looks like in Hustle Castle. It's more really what it is. It's just another excuse for the game to get more money. I don't personally pay to do it because it's kind of like the challenge events or whatever. When we have the top row to go through, which is free to play, and then you got the bottom row to go through for those that are paying money. And it's the same concept, and that happens like once a month or so. So let's see if this shows up. Not very good. I have my, I guess I didn't really share. I have to get my real green screen out here. One of the things I've been trying to, with making videos more often was, cutting a few corners and making things a little bit simpler and not over complicating everything. So because of that, I don't have my regular green screen up, so the lighting's not perfect. So you see things glitching out here and there. So if it gets really annoying, just let me know. I can try to work on getting that back in. But because of that, that's why you see some things acting a little bit strange. So including this. So I don't know if this is going to work or not. Not very well, it looks like. No, not going to work. But basically, as you can see kind of here, we got the top row, we got the bottom row. You get stuff, you get some legendary items, you get some other things. It's for me, it's not really that fantastic. And it's, it shows up here the same as the others. This is really not working. So that bottom row, obviously, you can see that's what you got to pay for. You get lots of legendary gems. So we got dodge, we have spell power, and we have crit. So 2 of those are chance items. One's a good one. And then you got a couple skins as well. The skins are definitely pretty cool. I think it's, if you buy the pass, you have $5 to get the pass, and it gives you just access to that bottom row. And then if you spend $10, you get 10 levels for free. So it's just like all those other events like that. So an excuse for the game to get some more money. And then I guess if you're new to a level or new to adding items to your gear, that's going to help you move a little bit quicker. So UB Combo, thank you for joining in. Good to see you here. Mirko BFMV. So we got a lot of people jumping in. This is, I did make the comment that my American Dad stream had the most people online, but I think now that I'm streaming across multiple platforms, we got YouTube, we have Facebook, and we have Twitch, we are getting more people in there. So happy to see people jumping in and taking part. Again, if you got any questions, comments, suggestions, just feel free to throw them out, and I will help out as much as I can. All right, so let's go ahead and look at this event and see what we have. It's pretty standard. It's the same basic event that we usually have. Let's not cover that yet. Let's go ahead. First of all, we'll talk about the spy market. I think they've been adding, like I said, I haven't paid a whole lot of attention to this, but they've been adding items from all the events. Once, I think fairly quickly after the event is over, they add them in here. In the Hustle Castle, we just had the dragon, which is the same thing. And every single item is there that's been part of the event, and it shows you what you have, shows you what you don't have. But again, if you want something, it's pretty expensive. And this is one that pretty much everybody's running. It's a good one, at least it used to be anyway, but it's 7,000. And the idea, in reality, there's going to be something better coming at some point. So is it really worth it? I don't know. But some of the other ones, like the single barrel machine gun, that was, when it came out, that was the best of the best, and you had to have it if you wanted to compete. So, and then there's where's the other one with is it the energy bomb? I don't think that's the one. That's not the one. I don't know if it's here yet. Not seeing it. But the one that everybody's running for the chemist. This one used to be a winner here, the Gorgon Flask, not so much anymore. And the firecracker, okay, I don't see it, but eventually this one will be coming. Let's go to Psycho here. Misclicking on everything. So this one right here, this is the one that everybody wants, and it does a lot of damage, and it's definitely the meta item to have, so it exists in other games as well. So if you guys want to know what it is exactly, I'm sure somebody can post in the chat what it was specifically. I don't remember, but the steam grenade makes a huge difference. You got to have that one. So, all those that people are complaining about not being able to have because they weren't part of the game earlier or they missed out or whatever, you have the chance to get them. So that's really the point of the spy market. Like I said, I'm not going to go too far into that. And before we go into the event, let's also look at the sets, which I have down here. here. Nope. Where did I put it? I put it up top here. Let's see if I can get these sets right. You know what? First thing I'm going to do is pull up Torch. Wow, that's really slow. So I'm going to go back to Hustle Castle again as well. Lagging. My combo, my stream is lagging. Is that what you're saying? I'm going to pull up the Torch equivalent here in Hustle Castle. And I'm going to compare the stats and see if it's better now or if it's the same. Craft. I just took this off. There's a set called Executioner of Light, which isn't. I'm sure it doesn't exist here yet, and I don't know when it's coming because you need to have clan territories. But it is certainly the best. There might be something better that just came out, but it's certainly the best that exists up to this point. All right, so here we go. Let's go Torch. So 5,000 damage. Let's go to the 6 of 6 because that's the big one. So when the fighter has dealt 200,000, that's the same. Attack by 75,000, that's the same. 80 and 200. Yeah, so now this is actually in line with what we have for Hustle Castle. So I guess they had him a little bit underpowered before, and that's why I wasn't seeing the results I like. But it's the same now that we have in Hustle Castle. So these games are obviously fairly similar. Okay, I'm going to switch over to a different view, and you guys can't see that, which is fine. I did see somebody post on Discord what the 3 sets were, so I'm going to cheat here a little bit. So we got Pyro, Fahrenheit, and Night of the Night. So let's go ahead and check those out. Night of the Night, that's the first one we are on. So for me personally, it's not, I guess we should look at these bottom ones, but for the most part, 6 of 6 is the way to go, and Torch is not Executioner of Light. Yeah, I wasn't trying to say that. If I said that, that's not what I meant, but Torch is replaced by Executioner of Light as one of the better sets. That was the point I was trying to make. All right, so Night of the Night, we got 22,000 pure damage. Blinding enemy has 75% chance to miss. I'm not a fan of those setups. Let's just go to this one. All right, so protect an ally with the lowest health, the Cope of the Night, making them invulnerable for 2 seconds. Deals 45,000 pure damage. Blinding them for 75% chance to miss. Allies do 25% extra damage. The enemies cannot be reanimated for 3 seconds. That right here, I think, is going to be the reason to build this set with the no reanimation. But there's a lot of other equipment you can add that gives you that functionality. So are you going to waste an entire set on that? I'm not sure. Taking lethal damage, the Night of the Night moves into the enemy that was about to kill you. The Night of the Night restores 50% health, plus 35,000 of each living ally. He also deals 300,000 damage. Let me look at see what this is in Hustle Castle as well. I didn't pay attention to a lot of the sets when they came out. Basically, what I do is I look what the top guys are running, and then I try to make my build be similar to that. And that's something I kind of fell off on lately, and I've been trying to get that added back in. And I had somebody help me, Lord Luke. If I doubt that he plays Zero City, but if anybody you guys know, if any of you know him, he was instrumental in getting me back into the game with changing my setup. So I do very much appreciate that. All right, let's go. I think it's right here. This is looking 45. Yeah, that's interesting. This is looking fairly similar to what we have for Executioner of Light. So that is very interesting. Let's see where we get these items. Commander tags in the tunnel. Okay, so we get this by running the tunnel. These are getting the top level items in the tunnel. So that's interesting. So I was kind of curious about this. I will say that what you have on your Night of the Night, assuming I'm going to do an exact comparison to Hustle Castle here, see if it is the same. 2 seconds, deals 45,000 damage. This is different. The blinded enemy has a 75% chance to miss. And we had something else with that. Deals 45,000 pure damage. I don't see. Oh, there it is. Yep, same thing. 75,000 chance to miss. Large radius, that's the same. Allies do 25%. Okay, well, I guess maybe this is a good one. This is Executioner of Light. But again, we didn't get this until Clan Territories came out. So maybe since that didn't go very well, a lot of people have complained about it not being that great and it's too much work. Maybe they're not going to add that to Zero City. Let me just finish reading the last of it here. 35,000, 300,000, 50%. Yeah, this is the Execution Light. So I guess this is going to be one that's going to be worth building. Again, for me, it never really worked for me until recently, until I changed up some of the armor they were wearing and some of the gear they were wearing. And once that happened, it made a huge difference. So I guess this will be the set to look out for. You will probably want to work towards replacing your torch with this one, because it will end up being better. But again, they improved the torch. But as far as Hustle Castle 1-for-1 goes, these two sets look to be fairly identical, and the Executioner of Light, which is the Knight of the Night, is definitely better. Okay, let's go to the next one, not Cyclone. Pyro, that was one here. Nobody uses these in Hustle Castle except for me. I now run 2 of them, and I changed it where I can get extra damage here, which is something we don't have in this game yet. But until that happens here, nobody's running any of these. All right, let's see if I can. Let me make sure I'm not speaking the wrong thing again, and watch this end up being the reptile here. Okay, real quick over Pyro and just compare it to what we have in Hustle Castle. I do apologize. This is not very good coverage when you guys are just looking at me staring down at my phone. All right, once in a while the fighter takes extra 4 shots. This one says attacker deal area damage. Area the fighter's attack has a 35% chance of setting the enemy on fire. Don't see it. I don't even see that one here. That's interesting. Oh, here we go. We got more over here. All right. Well, I'm going to stop. This isn't productive. So let's get on to other stuff. Yeah. So nobody's really running these, so I don't think that's really any worth the effort. Reptile. This is what I'm still running. A lot of people are still doing this, so I recommend that. But this is what a lot of people are doing, running multiple headhunters instead of having anybody in the back row. And what was the last? All right, I need to cheat again. Pyro Fahrenheit. Did I miss that one somewhere? There we go. So another one here. Activates an ice trap and 3 enemies, deal 100,000 damage. Take more damage. Start stealing the heat of the enemy's body. In general, the longer this is, the better it is, but I'm not sure about this one. So, yeah, again, I'll have to read on this one to see what this is about. And we get this from the railroad station crate. And yeah, this is like everything else. You get a little bit of everything. So, yeah, lots of new sets. Again, looks like the Knight of the Night is going to be the way to go. We'll see if that plays out in this game, but I'm going to guess that it's going to. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and look at the event, and then I'm going to start getting through some of my dailies here, because I actually have events going in Zero City. I got events going in Hustle Castle. I got an event going in American Dad. There's some Shelter War stuff going as well, but I haven't really spent much time on that one. So I will be leaving town on vacation here pretty soon, so I won't be covering anything else for the next several days. Many days, actually. But this event is massive. Look at that, 15 days left. So it's a 16-day event, which is huge. I'm not sure why they do that. I mean, it makes it a little bit easier to get to the end, of course. All the other games cover this event in 10 days. For whatever reason, Zero City's always been longer, so we're running this on 10 days. 16 days, which I think it's always been 15. So, but yeah, this is it. We got new prototypes coming in. And as you can see, I'm missing a lot from before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I guess I was only missing 2 before. So we're getting a gambling prototype. Equip this, depends on the weapon of the chemist. And I'm missing 3 here, so we got to get this one going for sure. Pyrotechnic. And we're looking for the tactics prototype. So I'm going to go through and see. I've only got 14 collections completed, not really a whole lot here. There's not really much to cover in the bench. You guys know what this is all about. The main question here is, do you buy the key or not? I have not. It looks like most of my clan has, but it doesn't really seem to help you get the prototypes any quicker or any better. There's plenty of people that get them that don't buy it, and there's plenty of people that don't get them that do buy. So up to you if you want to spend money, but it's not necessarily going to be helping you a lot. But I think the real reason to do it is, you get these kinds of things. We've got a really cool background going here, which is very slow to load. I guess it's kind of freaky. Looks cooler over here, and then you get some extra cards, you get some extra stuff. If you're new to, I don't know, if you're new to the game, don't have a bunch of the stuff, you get extra coins for $10. It's not bad. And some other stuff as well. So including a legendary arena item, which is always, the better item. So that's pretty much worth it. And then if you go up here, you get items you can share with your clan, and then you get some other stuff as well, including another arena item. So price-wise, this actually prices out pretty good. You get premium and things like that. It's not a bad price, but for me, when you're comparing or taking the cost and multiplying times 3 or 4 for the other games, it certainly adds up. So I find places where I can get by without doing it, and this is going to be one of them. So I don't buy it for any of these events, to be honest with you. All right, I only have 14 collections, so hopefully I'm just going to open them all up now. There's really no reason to wait, and I don't usually get anything showing up until I hit well over 100. So more than likely nothing going to show up here, and then I'm going to start going through and trying to work on some dailies. Including the railroad, see how that goes on the video. I did my dailies today and was able to get through 15 out of 15 pretty easy without too much trouble. So I still got my setup going pretty good. And I did learn, let me share this here. I did learn a lesson that I guess I should have known. Let me go to the railroad. In American Dad, I was keeping my power low, and I was starting to build, what we have for sets in that game. And I finally got my first one of 4 of 6, and then I got another one 4 of 6, and I was going into doing the railroad equivalent with only 4 fighters, and then I went in with only 3, and I was noticing that my historic high kept going up even though I never went over that power. So this I'm running at 10.117, so that game I was running at 5.4 or something like that. So I wanted to keep it nice and low, so I was eliminating people from my setup, and even when I went into the arena I'd have less. And I kept noticing that my power kept creeping up onto a number I'd never saw before. And what ended up happening was, I went into the railroad, which in that game was called the shopping mall, and I went in with only 3 or only 4 fighters, but I have a barracks that can hold 6. So my only guess is what's been happening is, so I had my number up here at, below what I needed it to be, and I go in and I immediately check my power afterwards, and it shot up by like 900,000. It was ridiculous, and it really did not make me happy, to be honest with you. And so all that time being careful and all that stuff was completely blasted away out of the water. So I think what happened was, I don't know what the order is, but it took the 4 that I had up here, plus it took 2 more fighters to put them in, and just kind of blindly picked what they were. So I ended up jacking up my historic high accidentally multiple times. It used to be incremental, but then that was just massive. So what I did the next time was put my power close to whatever that max was, just put in some random people that had really low power, ensuring that this number up here was still lower than what my historic high was, and it didn't go up. So my only guess is it just automatically put some people in there. Because you have a 6-man barracks, you got to have 6 people in when you're going in. So even if you put 4, we're still going to count you up to 6. So a little bit of lesson learned. I learned that one the hard way. I'm pretty sure that's the way it's working, because it doesn't seem like I've made any mistakes since I caught that. So something to be aware about if you are somebody who is trying to keep your power low like I am. You can easily get burned, and then you can't go back. Once you raise that number, you can't go back down. So for me, once I get my first, full 6 of 6 set going, I will be extra careful not to mess that up. Oh, look at that. We got a decoration. An ugly mushroom flag. Yay. We'll just do one at a time here. We don't have that many. Haven't really paid attention to the money. I don't think I have a whole lot. As always, we get some bad stuff, and if I recall, this game seems to be a little bit worse than that, a little bit worse than others. Bimaturo, thank you for jumping in. Can't really pronounce your name. Bimanturo de Marjati. Yeah, so this game seems to be a little bit worse as far as... I mean, we get junky stuff, that happens all the time, but the junky stuff in this game seems to be more junky than what we get in the other games. But that's not really why we're doing that. We're not doing this event for the extras that we get here. We're doing this event to get the prototypes, and that's what we're looking for. I certainly don't expect them to show up on day one. Never does. We got 16 days, so no hurry. We'll get through it pretty quickly. I'll just blast through them, go quicker, no reason to go slow there. Alright, only got 4 left. None of these are even worth looking at. You know, let me point out one additional thing. People have come to me with this question in the past, and it might confuse people. Let me just do this last one. So people have asked me how, you know, they buy the pass. Yeah, let's go to the store. You go to the store, you buy this pass, you're supposed to get all this great stuff. You know, you're supposed to get these rewards, you're supposed to get this kind of stuff. They buy the pass and they don't get it and they get upset, you know, I wasted all my money. The reason you don't get them is they come out as you're doing stuff. So as we're completing, you know, a collection here, you have your reward over here, and as you can see for me, it's locked. I don't get it. But if you bought that pass, then it shows up here. And so you don't get it until you complete a collection for the first time. And once you do that, so on this one, you get the legendary items. This is the arena legendary item. Once you complete this collection for the first time, hit claim, it's going to show up in your mail. So you have to go over here and then you can get it to show up. So that's the trick to get those items for the pass. I think everybody that's done these events in the past knows that, but we get new people into the game all the time, so that is how you get those items. Alright, did I get the last one? Yes. And these are usually fairly unexciting, except for we get a little bit of cryptos, and then we get premium and zombie collector here, so... One change that they did make in the past, let me go ahead and read this here. You might get premium, you might get zombie. Players got really angry when they made that change because before it used to be guaranteed. And then they said you might get it, but it seems like you got it almost every single time. I've been going through these pretty quickly, but I'm pretty sure I didn't get anything on any of them. So that chance so far for me was I got 0 for all of those. So obviously it's a low chance to get those, I guess, at this point. So that's a little bit disappointing as well. Alright, so I need to do all my dailies. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in, go through my railroad and see if I can get this on. Oh, look at this space flight. There it is right there. So we can't see anything about it. This is what I talked about earlier, where it's going to be, you know, just a way to make the railroad a little bit more interesting. You get some more stuff. If you're going to do it for free, you might as well. You don't really... you get some of these items that show up here in the store, and you don't have to pay anything for it. So as far as that goes, you can't complain too much. You know, you're going to get a chest a couple different times. I don't know if I ever got to the legendary one, but you certainly get some of these, so you can get some items with that, so it's not the worst thing. Get a couple gems, you get a couple revivals type things. But if you want to get the good stuff, then you got to pay the money and get the pass. Alright, so I haven't... Let's see if I can not mess this up, since I usually do it on my phone. This is not letting me scroll. There we go. This is not my normal setup, which is quite unfortunate, so I'm going to have to be careful not to mess that up, so I'm not going to do it. I will do that on my phone. I will go to an arena instead. Wait, what? What's the question, Aesops? Alright, so let's go in and do the arena. I'm just going to go ahead and collect all these free items. Okay, let's go do an arena. See if my highly underpowered squad here can be effective. I'm confused. What is that thing? Ah, hold on, let me come back in here and look. So this thing, the space flight, this is what I was talking about earlier. It's something that's like once a month. It exists in, it's been in Hustle Castle for a while, but the more you get through the arena, or not the arena, sorry, the railroad, the more you complete, the more stuff you get. So it goes on for a month. If you do 3 a day, or 4 a day, I guess, I think you can get through almost everything. And ultimately at the end, you can get a skin to add to your outfit, or to your setup, or you have the legendary chips as well. So it's not a bad thing, especially if you want to spend money. But if you don't want to spend money, then you get just some minor things. All right, so it looks like many people higher powered than me, which is pretty normal. I didn't really pay attention while I was talking, so let's find who I'm going to fight first. 13 million, that sounds good, with my 9.9. Load screens are definitely a little slow. There we go. And that's how you do it. Really want this to come to 80. Yeah. That one definitely does not exist in American Dad yet. They certainly got some cool things that we don't have in the other games, but I don't know. It seems like if an American Dad doesn't have an event going on, there's not a lot of people doing a lot. So let's see how they continue to improve the game. So if I switch to a torch, I guess I could try that again. I mean, this setup is certainly working out really well for me. I'm not going to complain about that. That's not where my power is coming from. This is where we go from Psycho, getting lots of damage, as well as Ranger 1 getting a lot of damage. So kind of hard to pass those up. But the Knight of the Night, that might be worth looking at. And what do we have here? Okay, another comment to make that people pretty much every time this event comes out, you don't get a card every single time you do a fight in the arena. You don't get a card every single time you win in the arena. You get a card every once in a while. It's kind of weird that I got one on my first time there, but it's rare for you to get multiple cards in an arena. So the fact that I got one ready is probably more than I can expect to get. All right, so what do we got here? We got an 11, 9. I realize this is not a good style. You should actually be looking at their setup. But when everybody is that much more overpowered than I am, usually the safest bet is to hit those that are the least powered. So let's see, what are you running? You're 14.8. I'm just going to skip that for now. Let's try the 11 here on the bottom. See, we got some other languages coming in here. Unfortunately, I only know English, so if you're not speaking English, I can't understand you. So certainly not getting a lot of damage from the Headhunter. There's some changes I could make to make my Headhunter a little bit stronger, including the new Dragonborn, which came out in Hustle Castle. But with my only having 3 level 100s here, there's only so much I can do. So I don't want my Headhunter jumping to the back row and doing things, because that exposes everybody else, and my Headhunter has to stay out front, has to take damage. That is the point of that person. Hustle Castle, Slava, Ukraine. Not sure what that is. We have, I do cover Hustle Castle, Zero City, Shelter War, American Dad, so I've done Hustle Castle recently. Hopefully I'm going to get another one out tomorrow. We'll see. My time is fairly significantly limited, actually, in the next week or so. So I don't know if I'll be able to get that done or not soon. Can't donate on Twitch, sadly, but this is for the missed time on membership. Keep it up. Hey, thanks, Aesop's. I do appreciate that. Can't donate on Twitch. You're much more of an expert on Twitch than I am. So thank you so much for that. It doesn't really show. We can't see that, so I need to move that. Let me move my message box there. Yeah, you're the Twitch expert, Aesop. So what am I missing on that one? Other than the fact that I'm a newbie and I don't have a lot of that capability yet. Oops, I better pay attention to this fight here. And with that, I'll give a little plug out to Aesop. He also has a Twitch channel and streams certainly American Dad, as well as other PC, I think, games. Aesop, you can go ahead and post that. But, you know, feel free to check him out. He's much stronger, much better at those games than I am, that's for sure. Alert box, there we go, there's my alert box. Let me move that. 1 second. Move that over here. There we go. I guess it depends what I got on the screen, so it doesn't really completely matter anyway. All right, so as you can see, having a low power is not the worst thing in the world, as long as you do it in a smart way. I'm not to say mine's the best, but it certainly is somewhat productive. So let's see if Joko beat me already. I'm pretty sure I have lost to Joko a lot. Do we have time for this video? Walter Gomez, hello, thank you for jumping in. That was pretty close. We're gonna have to give that a shot. They got the torch going on that one. You need to have 50 followers in order to receive the bit. Yeah, I just hit that. Yeah, I only have like 20 followers on Twitch right now, so I just started. So I'm kind of trying to plug that. I haven't plugged it tons, but certainly need to work on that. And obviously getting a regular schedule will help that. So that will be my goal, to do this a little bit more. I'm going to do some more PC games as well, but I always cover these events when they go out, and that just takes up all my time. The downside to streaming this here is you refresh. Oh man, well that's unfortunate. These refresh times are a little bit too slow. Well, Joko can't beat me this time. Fortunately, I wanted to fight Joko. I don't think I can beat anybody here, so I might as well just go for the person in front of me. We already know that Joko can beat me. 15, 15, and 14. Oh, it's a 13. All right, we got a minute left. Let's see. Probably can't. What is this? Yeah, I think I'm not going to win this one. There's Torch too. We'll go for it. Yeah, I'm not winning this one, that's for sure. Let's give it a shot. What do we got on the bottom? Nobody? No. Let's go for the... Actually, I might talk myself out of it. Let's see if BAH lost to me earlier. They didn't, of course. All right, fine. Let's go big or go home. All right, I am Chased Castle. Again, I'm assuming that's Hustle Castle. We're maybe a little bit closer than I expected. Yeah, so I will be streaming Hustle Castle as well. I have events going in all of my games at the time. So since we just got a new event starting for Zero City, I decided to jump on with Zero City stream here. 50 followers, Aesop's, Walter Gomez, Bunker. I can do a bunker with you if you want. Oops, and it just crashed. Fantastic. So the last time I did a bunker, I'm not an expert in this setup, but it seems to work fairly well if you go in with a headhunter on one squad and then a bunch of weak people and I'm going to call it a Bane, whatever the sniper is I'm running. Got to get my game straight. A sniper on the other one. Those two together with just those two fighters can knock out a bunker pretty quickly and pretty easily without too much trouble. So you go in significantly underpowered from what you can do. So I think I can probably just show it right here. Let's go bunker, participate. So this is previous. I haven't done it on here. So I don't have this setup I had on my phone. This previous seems to remember based on what you did on this specific device. So this is, I haven't really done bunkers here. So I go in only with my Ranger here. Fully maxed out, really good, very powerful. And then the other person goes in with a Headhunter, or both could go in with the Rangers potentially, as I've seen that work too. So you go in with just that, and then everybody else is, kind of useless. So that right there is enough to pretty much dominate the bunker. And that's kind of what I've been doing lately with people when I've gone in. Makes it quick, makes it easy, and fairly painless as well. So the struggle with my setup is running a 94. It's only have 3 100s, and since you go in with 100s, the more powerful you make yourself, the more powerful your enemies are going to be, and the harder it gets. And then I can't really back up my my squad since I only have 3 100s in it. Walter Gomez, Y and Drakari's friends. Didn't follow that. Maybe those are people that were in the fight. No. All right, so we ended up 6th. Not great, not fantastic. Depending on the time of day, whoever you're fighting can be a little bit better, a little bit worse. So you know what? Let's stop this. Nope, it's not going to work. This is another bug I've noticed where you get in here and you hit cancel. It still puts you in there sometimes. Let's see if I can pop out of there. So let's go to my Headhunter and switch it out for my torch. Wait, let me look at my 2.3 million, make sure I don't raise that any higher. Unfortunately, I have a couple sets in here that I'm not using, so let's go tank. So we'll go torch. Looks like I didn't remove most of my items. No, torch. Okay, go torch here. No, this one. Cannot equip. I gotta do the armor first. Equip. This is really slow. And this one? Peacekeeper. Another set I'm not currently using. That's the other downside to my torch set is I don't have a lot of chips on them. Ace Ops, can I see the deals you got? Yes, I will show you the deals that I got. Equip that. Okay, so now we'll check out 400,000 less. I could do some things to make this a little more powerful, but I'm not going to. So we'll just leave it at that. And my deals. All right. Had a few of them drop off recently, so most of these are not ones I'm going to do. I got so much food sitting in my mail right now, so certainly not doing that. Some of these would be when I was newer and less experienced. Some of these would have actually been a little bit more helpful, I think. I think everybody got this deal. It's just a mount for your hero. It doesn't do anything. It looks kind of cool. So, Meowser. But everybody gets it. You can buy it for $10, or you cannot get one. So that's why you will see me with not many of those mounts. And this is the only other thing, so it's not really anything special. Special gear attachments, but they're only legendary. So for me, not going to happen. All right, let's make sure our power didn't go up, which I'm sure it didn't. 9.5 million. So you can't really do a one-for-one comparison. I guess I could do, maybe I'll do that after this. Let's do this arena, and then I'll go ahead and try to do some comparison fighting. Squad challenging. Let's see, we got a little bit of a wait, so let's just pick one here and see. Let's just aim for somewhere around my power. We'll start with this littler one. Unfortunately, there's so many abilities. I mean, I could slow it down, obviously, but there's so many abilities and so many things happening now that it's really hard to track what's going on. Really, I mean, my way is just to go and study the stats afterwards, but just because it happened one time doesn't mean it's going to happen again. So 22%, this is more along the lines of what I saw with Hustle Castle. My torch, I love my torch. I didn't want to get rid of it, but again, it was recommended that I did, and I'm happy that I did. But the torch certainly can handle the damage and can tank, which is what you're looking for as well. The downside is slow. All right, so we'll come back and check that in a minute. Since these screen loads are really slow, I don't want to take a chance of missing a fight. All right, so I have no idea what I'm going to be able to do with this squad. Again, we're going up against a bunch of 15 millions. A lot of 15 millions, apparently. So we got, see if Vobs loses. I always try to fight somebody who loses at the beginning, or somebody I know I'm going to lose against, so I'll stay on the bottom, and then I can fight somebody above me to get more points, especially when I know I'm going to lose a fight anyway. All right, don't want to fight you. Pretty sure I have gotten crushed by this guy many times. Looking for somebody to lose. If not, then I will go ahead and fight Owen. Nobody wants to do their fight, apparently. I certainly don't want to fight somebody that I know I can win against. Not on this one, anyway. Vobs is good, so I'm just going to fight this guy. Take a guaranteed loss here. 98% chance of losing, unless this torch is incredible. Yep, easy loss. So again, would I do better with my headhunter instead of the torch? I'm not sure. I mean, we certainly get a lot more damage. And 28% damage, I mean, that's huge. And I don't even have my... Can I look at my chips? Come on. No, I guess I can't. Well, I guess I'm right here. So it's a naked torch, and I don't have any chips anywhere. So I could obviously make them a whole lot stronger, make them a whole lot better. And maybe it's worth the headhunter. I don't know. So that was pretty evenly split damage there. That's kind of good. All right, now we'll do some work here against those that should be easy wins. All right, red-eyed guy, looks like you're next. Also like to have people fight. Oh, look at that, Vobs beat me. Vobs lost to me, so we could have beat Vobs. That's what I want to go against. And Julius and Vobs both lost. Darn it, Vobs. If Vobs could have won one more, then I could have fought him next. Hopefully he can jump in front of me. I just want to beat people that are in front of me, because then I get 225 points instead of 150. There we go. 225. Very nice. So that time, no damage. That's interesting. But the scary thing for everybody else, ooh, Psycho, I guess that's scary enough right there, is usually my Ranger, which is 46. Pretty good. 1 million damage. This is all with my, what do we call in this game? Factions, I believe. Really bad. I've tried a bunch of those, and I haven't got anything above, I might have one epic maybe. So I don't have anybody really running anything that's useful at this point, which is, it's fine. But I'm kind of waiting for they do make it where you can buy them for cryptos. It's going to cut the price in half pretty soon. At least in Hustle Castle was, so I assume that's coming here as well. So maybe when that happens, then I can start buying some and then have a chance to get some other stuff. Or at least get some factions that are, let's go look. Oh no, we only got a minute left. Get some factions that will be good. All right, this is my next victim the way it looks. All right, Bob's is jumping up. That's good. We got a chance to beat Bob's at the end. All right, so if I get a 150, that'll be 375. I don't want to get up too early. Cadu lost. 15 million, look at that. 15 million lost to me, very nice. All right, let's do this one. Let's just jump up to the top. One of the other benefits of having a strong team is you get to the top and people fight you because they figure you're an easy win and then you can beat them. Good offense is good defense is a good offense. All right, well, I'm liking the damage. We didn't have much damage in that one, but the fights have been a whole lot quicker since we put Torch in there, so I might be running that one for a while. 3 million damage, look at that. That's ridiculous. All right, so 2 fights left. Julius is an easy win. Cadu lost to me. Bob's lost to me. Hopefully Bob's gets the 225 here. All right, Rumpel, Vadim, and ABC. Let's see if they fought me yet. They have not, actually. None of them have. That's interesting. All right, so if I get a 150, that'll put me to 600, so I'll still be underneath them. Bob's got a 520, so he's not catching me. All right, let's just jump up here. Take what should be a 150, depending on their setup. All right, well, looks like I'm staying with Torch for a while. I do like the change that they made. It's been pretty positive. I think I can put on a couple prototypes here, make things a little bit better. I think we have time. I can go look at my headhunter. I think I have some things on there I need to remove. Wouldn't be the armor one, obviously, but actually, I might not have that armor one yet. That might be the one I'm missing. Ooh, Odin jumped in front of me by beating me. Vadim, ABC, Rumpelstiltskin lost to me. Fantastic. Red Eye lost to me. Fantastic. All right. Go big or go home. Another 15 million. Let's try it. See if we can get lucky. 215 million? Nope, not gonna happen. That was pretty ugly, actually. Unfortunately, I think my tank died right at the beginning. 23% damage. Only took 26% of the damage. Psycho stayed alive for a long time, doing a lot. Yeah, well, that was embarrassing. Should have picked that one, obviously. Walter Gomez, very good. I watch your videos whenever I think about the new outfits. Night of the Night. Yeah, we talked about that earlier. I don't know if you were on here, but I started talking about how bad it was, and then I realized it was the Executioner of Light set that we have in Hustle Castle, which is really good. So most people have that one. Say it again for those that weren't on here, but that is something that is part of Clan Territories, which is not part of this game yet. So that kind of makes me wonder if Clan Territories are not coming to Zero City. Well, that was a disappointing ending. I thought I was going to pull that off and jump to second place, maybe third. Should have bought Vadim because that's who I was going to fight anyway. Oh, well, look at that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people lost to me. Not bad. 6 people. 6 people lost, 1 beat me. So that is part of how I get to be where I get in a lot of these. I have had a lot of top 3s recently, but when you're going up against this many 15 millions, it's a little bit difficult. All right, what else do we want to cover here? We got this done. I can go through and fight someone on my map here. 22, I gotta lower my trophies. My trophies are a little bit high. Another one for newer players. I think most newer players know about this because they learned this the hard way. But every time you win fights, your trophies go up. I mean, most people do it because they want to take all this loot because they need this loot to get better. But every time you win, your trophies go up, and your competition in this area is all based on how high your trophies are. So the more you win, the harder your competition gets, which is, allows the game to balance itself a little bit. So the trick is that most people don't get is you need to lose on purpose. Whether you leave your barracks empty at night or you go in and take everybody out and fight with the cook, whatever it is, the trick is to actually lose on purpose to keep your trophies down to a manageable level. And that way everybody's not going to go and steal all your stuff like I'm doing right here. Yeah, we got a card out of it. Not bad. Back to continue on that same line. So this right here is your key information over here. So the white trophy, 16. Every time you win, you're going to get 16 points added to your trophies. Every time you lose, or if you win this fight, you get 16 trophies. If you lose this fight, you lose 23 trophies. The highest this losing one can be is 45. I don't think I've ever seen a going up by 45. And if you lose these fights, you don't lose any of your material. You lose when people attack you, and you lose. But if you attack somebody and you lose, you don't lose anything. So I realize that's basics for most people, but there are new players that come in and definitely get confused on those all the time. So for me personally, I'm looking for uranium, I'm looking for cash. And if I'm trying to lose, I'm looking for this number to be as high as possible, ideally 45. Unfortunately, some of the times you see 45 is because people have emptied their barracks and it's empty, and you go up there, it's going to be a complete cakewalk because there's nobody fighting. So you win, which is good when that's what you're going for. But you, even if you're going in to lose it and they don't have anybody in their barracks and you go in with a cook, you're still going to win. So you just got to be wary. You should check it out if you're really concerned about that. All right, so that's 2. I'm looking for my 5. 5 wins here. $20 million, not going to do that fight. We'll take that one for sure. Not that one. So there are a lot of higher powered people dropping down to the 2200 range on trophies. So I usually like to say around 2100. During the break when I wasn't playing as much, when I was playing the other games, my trophies got up to almost 2400. So I was losing fairly regularly. That's where a lot of strong people are. Aesop, sorry, I missed your message. I'm going to head to bed, work early. Good luck in the stream. Thank you for joining in. Thanks for helping out, and thanks for the donation. Aesops, I appreciate you, and I appreciate all your help. Thank you for being here. All right, bad English, 280,000. I'm really having a hard time following there. So, can I see the deals again? Deals you got? No, you posted that a while ago. Sorry, Aesops. If you're watching this later, I didn't see your message earlier. I do apologize for that. Chad Tech HD. Hello, I love your videos. I watch you all the time. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Appreciate you being here. Like I've been saying a little bit earlier, the goal is to do these kinds of things a little bit more often, with all these games being more or less the same. And like right now, there's events going on all of them. I'm trying to play them all. It certainly gets me burned out fairly quickly. So I haven't been doing them as much, but the goal would be to, just jump in on a stream and, do bunkers with people or break down some equipment and do some testing and things like that. So that's kind of the goal. Things pop up, family challenges, whatnot, that I can't do it all the time, but certainly hoping to do that a little bit more often. All right, there's nothing good on the map right now, so I'm not going to do any of those.
Yeah.
I did say I was going to come back here and test out my torch. I mean, we kind of had a good test already. It's working out pretty good, it looks like. I was going to do a couple more tests with my torch. Factions. I have none. Need to get some better talents there. Squad challenge, that's what I'm looking for. Alright, so we did one fight already. We did it refresh already? Must have refreshed. I guess it refreshed at 10 o'clock. Let's go ahead and do a few different fights. So the goal here, just kind of like in the arena, is jump in and check out the stats. So we are seeing lots of damage with the torch. The torch is taking a lot of damage, which is the goal. Also doing lots of self-healing, which is great. So that is what I want my tank to do. The damage is kind of a bonus. I don't necessarily need the damage. And the Knight of the Night, assuming it plays out exactly like Hustle Castle, they don't do much damage. That's not really why they're there. So don't expect that, but they do a good job of diffusing damage coming in. So, all right, Ranger, 1.7 million. This is somebody weaker than me. Not a surprise there. Hopefully next time you guys see me, I don't have this crazy eye thing going on. Certainly better than it's been. It's not giving me a headache now, at least, like it was last couple of days. Ah, crashed again. All right, well, maybe it'll be a sign that we need to wrap this up here. I think that's why I lost my stats last time, because it crashed before. I wanted to try this torch against some stronger opponents. I mean, we saw it in the arena. We beat 215 millions with our 10 million squad, so beating people 50% higher, that's not bad. I just don't know if that's an exception or the rule. I'm sure it's more of an exception. All right, let's try this again. Okay, squad challenge. Oh, I'm only 9.5 million since I have my torch highly underpowered. We were running at 10 million when we had our headhunter in there. All right, let's try our storyline specialist here. Fast win, 7 seconds. That is certainly what I noticed in Hustle Castle as well, that you do get some quick wins. And I didn't get that when I had the torch earlier, but now that they buffed it and the torch is back to what it is in Hustle Castle, it is much better. And obviously Psycho occasionally goes Psycho and does all kinds of damage, which is nice. And always Ranger 1 good. Hopefully this doesn't crash again. If it does, we're not going to do any more of these on the video. It's already crashed twice. Oh. And that's what I was expecting to see. You can come in here, you can see the stats from before. All right, so we can go all the way up to 15.1. Let's just keep working our way up. That was a 10 million. Here's an 11 million against our 9.5. Another quick win, 10 seconds. I think I'm going to keep the torch for a while. The torch is working out good. It'd be best to get in there, actually, and if I had another level 100, I could go in and switch out people, rather than having to switch the gear all the time, which is kind of a pain in the butt, which I don't really want to do. This time it was all by the the Ranger. And we could get a real test in there, but my squad is pretty good anyway, and I could beat some of these teams, but I think it is working out better with the torch. Clicked on the wrong button again. While we're in factions, let's take a look what I'm running. Once in a while, all faction members gain a shield. What I am running I mentioned this earlier in this stream and forgot to actually go and look at it. A big change that I made and has been very helpful since I run Rangers a lot is, I guess, this one here, Entourage of Executioners. Once in a while, all Rangers in the faction take a shot at the random target. Oh, that's not it. I was going to say those are different numbers that I saw. Maybe it's this one. That's not it. Maybe they don't have it here. But basically, it's your Rangers end up doing 200% damage until you have 2 Rangers and 1 Chemist. And once that Chemist dies, then the effect goes away. But as long as that Chemist is alive, your Rangers are doing 200% damage. It's quite huge if you have the full legendary setup going. Let's go to management, and that's where we're going to see it. sure it's unavailable. And I'm trying to see if it shows up in here. Oh, you know what? We can go here. And oh, this is different. We have an available, unavailable here, I think, as well in Hustle Castle. At the beginning of the battle, it's this one right here. Duelists. At the beginning of the battle, all rangers in the faction have their damage increased by 200%, their crit by 5,000. Also, their physical defense is reduced by 30%, and chemical defense by 30%. That's not a huge deal since they're in the back, but it does, I think, occasionally come back to bite me. But for the most part, they do ridiculous damage. So even my rangers that are not that great with this are now some of the time being my best damage dealers. And if not, they're still being good support. So this is what I will be working towards as well. Punctuality, quick reflexes, and intangibility, especially getting all of them at legendary, which in this game is tough because I've already opened quite a few, and I don't think I've gotten, like I said, I might have gotten a couple epics maybe, but certainly haven't found even one legendary item yet, so obviously I'm quite a ways away on that one. I don't know, maybe I can do a roll here. I don't know if I have any. Let's see. What are you? Dodge and damage. Library. Oops, that's the wrong button. Talent. Change talent. Yeah, I don't have any, so can't do that at the moment. All right, I'm going to jump right up near the top here. Let's go against Tactical Genius. 13 million. Slow that those two fast. So they got two tanks up front. With my torch up there, that could be helpful. Pretty quick work of that one as well. Let's look at their setup. So they had 5 of 6 Peacekeeper. I don't recommend that. If you're going to run a Peacekeeper, only do a 4 of 6. 4 of 6 Torch. Okay, that's interesting. And there's a Engineer. Okay, I don't think I like the sets you're running too much. Interesting, though, they're all level 100s. So my squad of 3 100s and a bunch of other junkers made pretty easy work of somebody with all 100s. Obviously, they don't have a great setup going here. But it worked out pretty good there. Let's do these 2 more here, and then I think we'll call it. I don't think I've earned any more cards. We'll look at if there's any more collections completed first. Squad challenge. Oh, look at that. We won that fight. It doesn't even show. That's interesting. All right, nameless one. Come on. Try to rush to look at stuff and can't really rush here. Looks like we might be freezing up. We might be about done here. Come on. It might be forced to be done. Okay, we're done. So I will wrap it up since I can't really get back to the game. I'm not going to reload it again. So thanks everybody for tuning in and watching the stream. Again, if this is something that you are interested in, you know what I could do here while I'm wrapping up. Let's turn on, not that one. Let's turn on my ways for you guys to reach out for me here up top there. So I'm trying to stream more often, so I'll be doing that on Twitch, and I now am also pushing those out on Facebook and YouTube as well. So you can see all the socials up top. If you're not already a member of one of those platforms, I'd appreciate if you go ahead and join. A lot of these I'm reprocessing and posting as videos on YouTube as well. So these chats don't go through that, but the video itself will be up there. So if you're not already getting notifications there, subscribe to my channel, click that like, and as long as you're subscribed, you get notifications when those go out, and I think you also get notifications once the live stream goes out as well. So yeah, we are definitely frozen up, so I am going to wrap it up. Good luck at this event. It's a long one. Like I said, 16 days, and I will be gone for a good chunk here on vacation, and I'll be back to cover the end of the event or near the end of the event. We'll do another live stream and advertise it on Discord like I did for this one, and pop on and see if I can't get any of the new prototypes. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Until the next time, this has been QC Runner for QC Runner Games, and I will talk to you later. See you.